Hi everyone. Well, I have a really special Rocky video to share that I honestly thought would never be possible. I was just wrapping up using the computer last night playing a game when I heard noise coming from Rocky. And you're looking at what it is right now. Rocky had got on his wheel and just did that little bit of walking that you just saw there. And then what follows just couldn't have made me any happier at all. He started using the wheel. I have to tell you what precipitated this though. If you look at his left ear, you'll see the abscess on there. It's the same size as when the previous ones burst, so I'm expecting it to go any day. And he hadn't been feeling too good 2 days ago, but he perked up some, and he had 2 sleepovers in his fuzzy hamster there by the water bottles. But what really made me happy is just about to happen here. It's just coming up on the video in just a moment here. And I wanted to share it with everybody that's been so good to me. Yeah, I never thought I'd see Rocky run like that ever again. I'm going to keep letting the video play. You'll see him coming on and off the wheel and checking. He's partly responding to me because I stopped what I was doing to see what was going on. And then I used the tilt pan zoom so we could get a really good view of Rocky running. I really can't begin to tell you just how happy this made me. I've put an immense amount of time and energy into Rocky to try to help him through this. And I was feeling really bad yesterday when I had put the antibiotic on his ear where the abscess is because of its size. Right now it's the size of a blueberry. I was very worried about him going through another one, but it's clear that Rocky's adapting to it much better than I had realized. In fact, while I'm sitting here recording this, I've got Rocky in the sleeve of my house coat. I'm just cuddling him for a few minutes. He's leaning up against my left elbow. That's the position he normally assumes. And he's just hanging on there for a while. Right now it's 10:06 p.m. So I figure in 20 minutes or so he'll be ready to come out and start his nightly adventures. It really, really made me happy to see him running there. And, he's acting like a hamster, drinking his water and eating and foraging. He's consistently going to bed at a good time. I expect I don't need to be as concerned about him as I have been. But it really, really made me happy that all the hours I've put into him have been starting to pay off. Before all this started, I watched him running on the wheel for hours at a time. Part of having the CCTV camera was so that I could watch him and, enjoy his presence in my life. I wasn't just getting a hamster to have sit there in a cage, but to actually interact with and spend time with. And so I would get up in the day and put last night's CCTV on so I could enjoy the footage while I was using the computer. Anyway, it's just absolutely wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful that he was up to this yesterday. He keeps stopping to check on me. So before all this started, Rocky wouldn't get on the wheel until I was in bed for night. And then second I'd be in bed, he'd start running. Literally the second I get in bed. And then he'd run until, he'd have his hour and a half or 2 hours of running. But to see him doing this while I'm sitting here on the computer just makes me so happy. I noticed about Rocky that I had a sort of our daytime relationship with him. And when I went to pet him at night, our night that is, it was like building a second relationship with him. And I had to let him know that I was the same person from the daytime that took care of him as with the nighttime. I suppose he might be feeling a little bit more vulnerable because he's out at night. Anyway, I'm integrated into his life, and I really enjoy his company. You'll see where he's standing right now. I watched on the CCTV from June 18th where he cleaned out the fuzzy hamster. So those are the opened sunflower seeds that I've fed him over time, and he's just renovating it and making it comfortable again. When I put him back after he's done having his cuddle with me, I'll clear those out and put them in the green bin. They just need spot cleaning. You can see in the video that he puts his ears back when he runs. It's really cute. But his left ear wobbles around some from the abscess on it. He really does make me happy. I can feel him starting to wake up inside my sleeve right now. He reappears when he's ready to come out, though. I sort of leave it up to him to decide. There have been a few occasions where he stayed in there for something crazy like an hour and a half, and I needed to use the washroom and get a drink for myself, and I eventually just had to get him out. I've really been enjoying these quiet times with him. And he stands still on my left hand when I apply the antibiotic to his ear. So he's figured out that I'm helping him in some context. It's really encouraging. Yeah. I really could almost cry. It makes me so happy seeing him on the wheel. That was his favorite hangout place before the abscess appeared. But for a hamster that's moving their feet that fast, he's not acting sick. I change the water bottles every night when he first wakes up. They're a little bit lower than normal. There's about twice the volume of water that's taken out of them right now. Where Rocky just went to the right of the coconut is where Rocky spent a lot of time just sitting and watching me sleep. And he'd sit there for 5 minutes directly facing me. And it always made me so happy when he was doing that. I feel bad about his right ear flopping, or sorry, his left ear flopping around from the abscess. But I think he's become really resilient and has adapted well to it. There are a few other things I need to do this evening. So I'm going to post this online. And then by the time it's online, I expect Rocky will be ready to go back to his home and start his nightly routine. Actually, just before I do, I have one other interesting thing to share about him if you're still watching this. I've been offering Rocky frozen fruit and frozen mixed vegetables. And most of this has come from the growing season in Canada. Fruit and vegetables get really expensive here during the winter months, and it's cheaper to buy frozen. 2 nights ago, I put an eighth of a cup of frozen mixed veg on my hand. It has some carrots, corn, green beans, and green peas, I think is what else was in there. I was surprised. Rocky took a little bit of everything, and then it was really neat. Rocky darted into the fuzzy hamster and left a little bit in there, and then went into his coconut and left a little bit in there, and then the rest of it went to where his pantry is, where you're seeing him go in the bottom right corner of the screen, and left the rest there. It's neat seeing him plan and organize his activities at night. It really makes me happy seeing him living, going about his life. It's part of why I got him. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well. And for those of you who responded to 2 days ago and was wishing Rocky well and hoping he'd improve, I really appreciate it. Not sure what else to say, but thank you. I've been enjoying caring for him, but it's not been easy on me. Okay, hope everyone's having a good day. Bye for now.